D.H. Lawrence was one of the most controversial writers of his time. This is because Lawrence often chose to write about topics that went against Western cultural norms. He is believed to have been quoted saying that if there weren't so many lies in the world, I wouldn't write at all. Because of this, during his time and for many years after, some of his short stories and poems were banned in some countries. However, today he is known as one of the most influential writers of his time. The Rocking Horse Winner is one of Lawrence's more tamed pieces. That being said, he still questions many Western norms and practices. Some of the themes in the story are of neglect, obsession, opportunism, and deceit. There are also some fantasies and fairy tale elements. For example, Paul's ability to communicate with his rocking horse to determine the names of the winners of the horse races. For my essay, I chose to concentrate on the relationship between the mother and her son Paul. One of the topics I discussed that many people have seen in the presence of the Oedipus complex. The Oedipus complex is a term coined by Sigmund Freud. It comes from the ancient Greek story Oedipus, who is foretold to kill his father and marry his mother. Although there was a lot done to prevent this, it still happened. Today, it refers to the situation where a son will unconsciously seek out sexual relations with his mother. This can be as literal and as direct as the son wanting to be with the mother, or as subtle as the son wanting extra affection or attention from his mother, or a son who marries or dates someone who is similar to his mother. Another two themes I believe Lawrence covered are the dangers of materialism and the importance of the mother figure in the family. Some literary elements that Lawrence uses are irony, specific diction, and most importantly, dialogue, and the omniscient narrator. Irony is defined generally as when one thing or element is expected to, but something else happens, or even the opposite happens. The Rocking Horse Winner has irony in the way the mother is. Mothers are expected, just as much as fathers, to be able to take care of their children and install virtuous principles, teaching their children right from wrong. Also, all parents, mothers especially, are expected to love their children unconditionally. The mother in the Rocking Horse Winner is said to have no love for her children, as she feels they were forced on her. She provides everything they need physically, but not mentally or emotionally. The way the mother is leads to the tragic irony in the end. The irony is when the son Paul manages to come up with the winner of the Derby, winning his family a huge fortune. However, the son dies. It is an ironic because Paul solved the problem the family had, which is supposed to be a good thing, but his death makes it a tragic event as well. The omniscient narrator is one who is all-knowing or godlike in the knowledge of the story and the characters in the story. Through this type of narrator, the reader is able to obtain so much more information. Some information we can see is when the mother uses the money Paul gives her to buy luxurious items for the house and the children instead of paying off a debt. All this information is given to us by the all-knowing narrator. The narrator tells the readers how the mother and the father have expensive tastes and how the family has servants. The narrator says that Paul knows his mother is getting things in the mail to pay off the family's debt, and the narrator also suggests that the mother, instead of spending the money wisely, uses it to buy luxurious stuff for the house and provide the best education for her children. Although her intentions are good, her actions have serious consequences that drive the obsession of Paul because he still knows that the family is in debt. The dialogue in the story is even more powerful in expressing the importance of the mother figure in the family. This specific dialogue occurs when Paul is speaking to his mother about why the family is so poor and how to get money through luck. Although the conversation seems innocent, the reader can see that the conversation teaches Paul that in order for him to get his mother's love and attention, he needs to be lucky and win money. Many people will say that this is not a good thing to teach, but Lawrence expresses it with his ending that in the end, Paul becomes obsessed with getting money and eventually dies. This powerful connection is a lesson leading to a child's death, speaks wonders into the importance of parents, and in this case, the mother. Lawrence brings up many themes in his story and shows a mastery of the English language. This is why, even though he does write about controversial topics, he is still considered one of the best writers of his time, and will be for the future generations.